Hey guys, Glenn West, 24/7 Sports. I guess, just as a starter, just maybe each of you just kind of give your path to why you wanted to come here this offseason. Obviously, they built a big part of this roster through transfers and wanting to
Mhm.
bring some older guys in. Just what about this opportunity for each of you is something you wanted to be a part of?
Well, I've had kind of my journey's been. I've started at Texas, so spent my freshman year there. Transferred to Nevada. Felt like it was a good fit for me there. Ended up graduating from Nevada, and then I had one more year of eligibility left. And I always really liked LSU, and I just felt like it was the best overall fit for me, and really got to know Coach McMahon, what he was about, and it was something that I wanted to be a part of.
And for me, just going to Vanderbilt my 4 years, getting my degree. From there, I felt like it was time for change at the end of the season. I wanted to start something new. And as soon as I got in the portal, Coach McMahon reached out and talked to him. And from those conversations that we had early on, and I knew it was going to be a really good fit, and I was really excited and about the future for LSU basketball. I wanted to return it to the level that I had seen growing up, and even when I was in college, the level they were in, reaching the NCAA tournament, winning the SEC in 2019. So I believed in that vision that he laid out for me, and believe that with Will and a couple other guys, we could return there.
Hey guys, Koki Riley with the Advertiser. I was just sort of curious, like what kind of impact has Jalen Cook made for you guys in practice? What's it been like playing with him? What kind of impact could he have this season for you guys? Jalen Cook.
Jalen's a tremendous scorer. He brings a lot to our team. He's fun to play with for sure. He creates opportunities for others, but yeah, he's a really great scorer, and someone that could really elevate our game as a team.
For sure, I had to echo that what Will said. He's one of the best scorers that I've played with in college. The game is so effortless for him. So at times, it just looked like he's not even trying, and he's killing and dominating practice. So that's what type of player he is, and we hope we get to play with him this season and go forward with that.
Michael Cobble, WBRZ TV in Baton Rouge. We'll start with Jordan. I guess just what is kind of the vision or the point of emphasis that Matt has laid out for you all to kind of elevate? Again, it's a new collection of players, but to elevate this team from what it was last year.
Yeah, I think the first thing is just establishing a culture, a winning culture, creating those habits that that he believes in, and it aligns with what made him successful at Murray State. A lot of people you could say, oh, John Morant, but after that he was even more successful. And I think that's a lot to do with the culture and the habits that we build every single day. And I think that's been the biggest thing for us, just establishing that identity of being tough, playing hard nosed basketball, which is kind of blue collar style that he plays. And I think that ultimately, once we build those habits and align with his culture and the values that he's brought to the team, hard work, dedication, joy, effort, um, then I think we'll ultimately be successful and win some games just built on those principles. And then obviously you have to have the talent, which I think we do, but just kind of changing the identity and kind of establishing the culture that he wants here is the biggest thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I feel like a big part of it is just trying to hold true to our team values: hard work, unselfishness, toughness, joy, accountability, all those things. But on top of that, meeting the team standards with offense and defense and all that. So I think the things he set in place have been really good for us. So
Yeah, guys, Matthew Brunieth on three. I guess for both of y'all, this team has so much experience, so many upperclassmen like yourself. Have y'all ever been a part of a team with this much age, experience, and what is it? Does it feel different?
Yeah. My team at Vanderbilt last year, I feel like was pretty experienced, pretty had a lot of age. We had some age on us, but this team is a lot different in the fact that we have a good mix of youth to combine that with. You have the underclassmen, Jay Reed, Mike, um, Tyrell, and Corey. Those guys that are just trying to work their way in and kind of establish themselves at this level. You've seen it some with Tyrell and Jay Reed, but all of those young guys are really talented, and they have probably eight upperclassmen to learn from every day and go to work with. So I think it's been really good for them. But yeah, speaking to us, I think that's really going to help us this year. Just having guys that have played basketball everywhere, not just in the SEC, has seen everything that you could imagine from every league and have been successful too as well. I think that's another thing that needs to be these guys have been really successful where they've been. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, just kind of piggyback off of that. We have a lot of experience and a lot of maturity. But like Jordan said, success too, which is also really important.
Hi, you guys. Kennedy Banks for Tiger TV, LSU Student Media. What are you seeing in practice that you think is really going to push this program to the next level when you're coming off a down year and you guys are joining and there's a whole new team? What are you seeing in practice that's getting you there?
I think it's important to see every day as an opportunity. So I think a big thing for us is just stacking days. Every day we try to get better. So I think that's been really important for us. And just being able to push each other in practice, get better. I really do feel like we've been able to stack a lot of good days. So
Yeah, I think the competitiveness piece is the biggest thing for us. Just going out there and going as hard as we can and working diligently towards getting better, being intentional about being focused, locked in, and ready to go. Like Will said, just stacking days. When you have a bunch of new guys like we have, you have to compete with each other. You have to build that continuity with each other, build some chemistry, so that when you step out on the court in the heat of battle, it's kind of like second nature, and you understand each other's tendencies. You understand how to get the most out of your brother and your teammate. So, like he said, just stacking days and also just the competitiveness piece and going at it every day.
Hey guys, Peter Rodriguez from the Reveille. Jordan, for you personally, in your decision coming to the portal, come to LSU, how much of a factor was just being back home?
I think it played a huge deal. But I think first and foremost, the relationship that I built with Coach McMahon really stood out. I know it may seem like I just wanted to come back home, but Coach McMahon is a really big part of that. The staff is a really big part of that, and the vision that they laid out was huge. But I mean, being home is definitely a great perk. Definitely enjoyed my time being back home, being able to be close to my family, going home whenever I want. So it definitely plays a huge role for sure.
Kevin Baptiste, WAFB TV. Kind of piggybacking off that, Jordan, what does it mean to have some fellow 225 guys here with you and Jalen and Carlos?
Yeah, it feels really good. It feels great. I feel like it kind of brought going back to my high school days, honestly. I played with Carlos in high school for 2 years, and then I played with Jalen AAU, been knowing him my whole life. So I know pretty much everything about those guys, and I know what they like to do. They know what I like to do, and I think that's going to be great, like I said, in having that chemistry on the court and being able to find success and, change the culture here, because I have guys that I've played with that we know each other kind of like the back of our hands at this point. So it's really good to have those guys back, and like I said, I'm excited.
Will, we'll start with you, but this is for both of you if you don't mind. Jordan talked about being competitive in practice. You all know what competitive basketball looks like. Can this team be competitive in the SEC this year?
for sure, definitely. I mean, I believe in everyone on the team, and I believe in the team we're becoming. And like I said, I think we've laid a great foundation, not only culture-wise, but who we are and the toughness we bring out on the court.
Yeah, for me, no doubt. It's not any question for me. This team has the highest ceiling of any team I've been on since I've been in college. The talent that we have and the way that I know we're going to be out there and compete on the floor, I definitely think it'll bring us some success.
Yeah, just wanted to ask you guys about a couple players that you're probably working closely with. Will, if you could just speak maybe on Damian Collins and what you've seen from him. And then Jordan, just piggybacking off of an earlier question, just you played with Carlos for a couple of years. Just how have you seen his game grow, and just maybe what's different about him now than maybe when he was your teammate a couple of years ago?
Damian has a tremendously high ceiling as a basketball player, and since he's gotten here, I've already seen him improve a lot. Like, he's made a lot of jumps in a lot of different areas of his game. So I'm excited to see where he'll go. I mean, he's got all the tools he needs, so, I'm really excited for him.
Yeah, and for Carlos, I think the biggest change I've seen in him is his IQ. He's understanding the game. He knows how to slow the game down. I mean, he plays at such a fast pace, and he's so athletic. I feel like he used to get carried away sometimes and just kind of play out of control. But now he's slowing down, seeing the game. He's able to make reads. He's not just a scorer, but making plays for others. And I think that's the biggest thing for him that he'll need to do on this team is, like I said, just slow down and be able to make plays, make reads. In the SEC, he's definitely, still, regardless of whatever level he's on, he'll be a top caliber athlete. But being able to make shots, make reads, and make plays for us is going to be where he's best at.
What you doing there, Kent? Always mugging for the cameras. Can't lie. There you go. Jordan, you talked about the IQ. What about the experience of this team? Do you feel like it's something that can be a differentiating factor for you?
Yeah, no doubt. Every guy that is probably going to get a lot of minutes has played high-level basketball for 3 to 4 years now. I mean, I think we have 7 or 8 guys that are in their 4th or 5th year of college basketball. So they've seen it all. They've done it all. But now it's kind of just time to bring it together. I think that's the biggest thing. Just making sure we're together and as a unit on the court and playing to the highest level we can. But the experience is definitely going to be a plus. When you have a lot of new guys, you have to have some experience in there, and I think the leadership is another big thing. These guys are natural leaders. And they're able to adapt and take things quickly because whatever Coach McMahon has been throwing at us, we're able to take it in, learn it, and then go execute on the court. So I think that's going to be really important for us moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, just early goals for the early part of the season. I mean, just what do you guys want to see out of this? Obviously, the scrimmage coming up, but the first couple of games as well, in terms of just the way you guys are gelling on both ends of the floor.
Like I said, I mean, every practice, every game is an opportunity. So we're just really trying to maximize who we can be, and that's a day-by-day type of thing. But I think we're going to be really good.
Yeah, and I think early on, just going out there and competing. As we progress, I think guys will find roles and guys will find what can bring them the most success to this team. So early on, we just want to go out there, compete, and I think us just being competitive out there, being tough, physical team, I think that'll bring us some success, but also just building that rapport with each other and that chemistry. So, I mean, goals per se, I mean, yeah, obviously you say you want to win every game, but I think the bigger aspect of it is to build a connection with each other and form that bond that could carry us in the SEC play.